Hey there, I'm Heather from Gozynta, and I want to give you a quick tour of Gozynta Tixt, our product which allows your customers to text you and allows you to track it in service tickets. Your technicians can text the customers as well, and both technician and customer can communicate by text message, but the conversation will flow into the service ticket still. That way, you can reassign the ticket and keep the history. In addition, Tixt has a broadcast SMS feature that can be used from the web app to notify groups of customers of an outage where you can't notify the customer by email. Currently, we only have support for ConnectWise Manage, but don't worry, we are looking to expand support to other ticketing systems in the near future. In this video, I'm going to go through the Gozynta Tixt web application a bit with you. And then we will take it for a spin so you can see on the right side what it would look like to your customer when they use Tixt. And then on the left side, how it will show up in ConnectWise Manage. So here on the left, this is the Tixt dashboard. And this number here is your inbound ticket number. When you sign up for Tixt, you are asked for your desired local area code. Then we offer up to about 15 different numbers for you to choose from. This will be the number that your customers text you. No more personal numbers being given out to customers. This will avoid the problem of technicians going on vacation and not answering their texts, or a ticket being reassigned and the history being lost on someone else's phone. Setup is so easy, it takes about 10 minutes if you're really picky about selecting your inbound ticketing number. We're going to go over to ConnectWise Setup, and you'll see that it's just hooked up with an API key. You can also see here that we have some configurations to choose from that makes it work for your business. We have here the sync configurations. Each inbound Tixt number is assigned to a specific service board. You'll see here ours is connected to our help desk. If you have more than one service board that you'd like to connect to Tixt, that's fine. You just have multiple inbound numbers. Those would be an additional fee. You also assign a catch-all company because just like the ConnectWise email connector, if we don't recognize the text number, it does get assigned to a catch-all company the first time. If we do have that mobile number connected to a contact, it will connect there. And so it will be under the correct company. You can also see here, I want to draw your attention to the ability that you can reopen closed tickets. If you don't want to have closed tickets be reopened by a text message, you can deselect this. All of the messages that we do send out with Tixt can be customized so it can have your brand messaging and be very consistent with how you would like to communicate with your customers. As I mentioned, you do get to select from your Tixt number and take your preferred area code. Of course, once you've given that number out, we do suggest that you don't change it again. Otherwise, you'll have some confused customers. Lastly, if you are using a CSAT and it happens to be Crewwho, we do integrate with Crewwho, and at ticket close, it will send a survey to your customer and then it will show up in your Crewwho interface. As I mentioned, we do offer SMS broadcasts. We suggest that you keep these three fields, but you can add additional ones if it's a specific territory. You take your status, which you would want it to be active. And then your phone type, you would want to be a mobile phone, obviously. And then you would click next and put in your message that you would like for all of those customers. So now we're going to give it a spin. And as you can see here, I've already programmed in our Tixt number here, and I'm going to send a message, which would be a problem if my printer was on fire. And it just takes a moment for that message to come over onto my service board. However, in the meantime, when the message is accepted by Tixt, I'm going to get two messages back. One of them is here, you'll see on the right, and it says your ticket number is 201741. And the conversation for this ticket will come from 318-541-8574. Why do we do this? Well, it's bound to be that you're going to have a multiple number of tickets open at the same time. And if they were all going into that inbound number, it would be very hard for your technician or your customer, if they had multiple tickets open, to figure out what conversation went with what ticket number. So we maintain a pool of numbers that are rotated, And that is where the actual request will be received. So your customer gets this notification that, look out for this phone number, this 318-541-8574. And then we come on over here and we see request received. Please respond to this number to update ticket 201741. Now I'm going to refresh over here and manage so you can see the ticket has come in, and here it is. Now, if your customer is a little bit quick to text multiple times to your ticket number, if they say, my printer's on fire, oh no, help me, right back to back, that will all be put on the same ticket. If after a minute they text the inbound number again, a different ticket will be open. So you'll see that this ticket was attached to the catch-all company. If that happened and the customer was in your company file, then you would just select the correct company to attach them to, and that would be all you need to do with that. You'll see in our discussion is my printer is on fire, just as we had over here. I'm going to add a new note. So I'm going to write, so we're going to send out a patch for that on fire printer, and you're going to see that that response is then sent over to the customer. In addition, attachments can be sent by the customer, and one was received, it would show as a note and would say customer sent attachment, and the attachment would actually be in your attachment file right here. And you can see, received your ticket. We are going to send out a patch, and it says that it came from me because that's who I was logged in on. So it will always have who is responding. If you would like to add in a resource, you can come on down here and select the plus sign, add your technician that has a mobile number, and they'll be added onto the ticket as well. They will send messages, and those will show up both to the customer and to the technician. At the end of the ticket, you can set it closed. And I'm going to save this here. And you can see the message came in, ticket 201741 has been resolved. If you have a new issue, text, and it has the inbound texting number to start a new support request. Now wait, my printer is still on fire. As you remember, in our settings, we did say that a ticket could be reopened. And so when I go back to the service board list over here on the left, you'll see that the ticket has been reopened. And I will go back in. And it also has a flag of customer updated. Of course, if you have that the customer cannot reopen the ticket, that won't happen. It will just give them a message. It says to start a new request by texting 860-200-2402 or whatever your Tixt number is. One more thing I want to show is, as I mentioned before, we can add an image. So I'm going to select my image here. It's a pretty bad fire. And you'll see that the attachment is up here, but also there is a note that says attachment Tixt 2020 and notifies us to take a look up here at that attachment. Texting is 10 times more likely to be responded to than email. And in a critical situation, people would like to be notified by text more often than any other method of communication. Gozynta Tixt allows you to offer that to your customers while still keeping the accountability on the service ticket. We have MSPs whose customers are working remote or are on the move, like real estate agents and lawyers, and they are just loving what Gozynta Tixt offers them. We offer a 30-day free trial, and as I said, the setup is really simple. So I can't see a reason why you won't give us a try. And please, let us know what you think. Visit us at www.gozynta.com/Tixt.